Greetings from Khalees Kelly Yoga, where balance is key and balance is me. My name is Khalees Kelly, and today I want to go through a yoga routine for anxiety. I know that it's a very stressful time for everyone, so I wanted to create something that could give you some form or type of relief. So we're starting in the center of the mat seated. We're going to remove the excess flesh of our bottom away from our sitting bones and engage directly with those sitting bones. Sit up nice and tall. The legs can be crossed, they can be extended, just in any comfortable position that you'd like. And as you sit here, start to feel what's happening in your body. Start to become present and aware of what's happening in your body and what's happening around you where you are. And as you sit up, suck your belly all the way in towards the back of your spine and lift up. Lift your chest, pull your shoulders back and away from your ears, and palms can be facing down or up. And as you're here, start to pay attention to your breath and what's taking place there. Just non-judgmentally start to observe what is your breathing like. How does the air enter through your nose? Do you feel it? Become aware of this. And as you become aware of this, inhale for 1 second through your nose and exhale for 1 second out of the nose. Let's do this 4 more times. Inhale and exhale for 1. 3 more times. Inhale, exhale. Last time. Inhale, exhale. Or do we have one more? I think we have one more. Inhale through the nose and exhale out. This time as we inhale, sweep the hands all the way up and overhead. Let the palms touch. Nice big inhale. Exhale, slice those hands through the center of your heart and just let it linger above the chest. Inhale, palms reach all the way up to the sky. Exhale, slice through the heart. 1 more time. Inhale, palms come all the way up, touch. Exhale. Right fingertips or your right hand go beside your right hip. Rotate your chest towards the sky and lift your hand all the way up towards the sky. If possible, you can stay with your gaze ahead of you, or you can glance up at that hand. And as you glance at that hand, start inhaling through the nose for 1 second and exhaling out for another second. As you exhale, release that left fingertips or those left fingertips towards the ground. Left fingertips on the ground towards your left. Inhale, lift that right hand up. Open the chest, glance up at your hand. If that hurts, just keep the gaze forward. Inhale and exhale, release. Fingertips come down. Inhale, left hand comes up. We're going to take a hold of the left side of our head with our right palm and allow it to come all the way towards the right shoulder. Right ear to right shoulder. And allow yourself to feel the stretch in the left side of your neck. Again, inhale through the nose and exhale out of the nose. Release that right hand all the way down, straighten your gaze. The left hand grabs a hold of the right side of your head, bringing it all the way towards the left. Just a slight gentle tug so you can feel the stretch in the right side of your neck. Inhale through your nose and exhale out of the nose. Head goes up to the sky, chin points up to the sky, head drops back or back of the skull drops back. Inhale through the nose and exhale out of the nose. And return to center. Extend your arms shoulder height. Start making circles with them, moving the hands forward. Small circles, moving the hands forward. As you move the hands forward, continue breathing, inhaling through the nose and exhaling out of the nose. Change directions, bringing the hands all the way back. Still breathing, In through the nose and bring it forward. Medium-sized circles this time. Are you feeling the burn as yet? Change direction. Larger circles moving forward, still inhaling through the nose and exhaling out. And last time switching, going back with the hands, large circles. And release. Last stretch that we're going to take in this position. Bring your hand all the way up to the sky. Place the palm at the nape of the neck in the center and use your left hand to pull the elbow back. We're staying here for about 30 seconds. So still lift through the spine nice and tall. Try to get your head or keep your gaze forward as you just gently tug on your elbow for a nice tricep stretch. Still breathing in through the nose and up. Exhale, releasing everything down in one piece. The left hand goes all the way up. Place that palm in the center of the nape of the spine. Use your right hand to pull back on your left elbow. Sit nice and tall. Sit up straight with the spine and try to get your gaze forward. Try not to be collapsing, but lifting through your spine nice and tall, pushing your chest forward and finding space and room to go even deeper forward and grow even taller. Remember, inhaling through the nose and exhaling out of the nose. A couple more seconds here. Exhale everything down. And by this time, you should start to feel some kind of relief in your shoulders, perhaps in your upper back, maybe in your chest. So we're now transforming. I don't know what, transitioning was the word. We're transitioning onto all fours into a tabletop position. So let's look at alignment here. My shoulder is in line with my wrist. My hips are in line with my knees. And my knees are in line with my ankle. So we're starting here in a tabletop position. Press into your palms, press into your feet, look forward, and lift the knees off of the mat for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees down, tops of the feet down, and you can sink your hips back to your heels. If this is very difficult, you may get a towel and sit on top of the towel. Inhale, bring your hands to the heart. Exhale, bring your hands to the forehead. Inhale, raise up. And exhale, release the hands to the side. Inhale, hands to the heart. Exhale, hands to the forehead. Inhale, palms are up. Exhale, release down to the sides. Back into a tabletop position. Make sure your core is very firm. Suck your belly in. Curl your toes. Press into the palms. Lift your hips up to the sky, keeping the knees bent. Downward facing dog. Let's hang out here. Let's not focus too much on the former instructions. Just make sure your knees are bent and you're pressing evenly into both palms and both feet. Back into tabletop position. Back onto the tops of the feet. Sink the hips back towards the heel. Inhale where you are. And exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. All fours. Exhale. Hover in beast pose. And then take it up to downward facing dog. Holding here for about 3 more seconds. As you hold, remember to breathe, inhaling through your nose and exhaling out. Sink back onto all fours, back onto the tops of the feet. Inhale, hands to the heart. Exhale. Inhale through your nose, gather your breath. Exhale. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog. From here, see if you can press both of your heels towards the ground and press your chest towards your thighs. You should look like a triangle. I think it's called equilateral triangle. So from here, bend your knees, lift up onto the tippy toes, look in between your palms, and step your feet all the way to the front of your mat or in between your hands. And as you step to the front of the mat or in between your hands, slight bend in the knees. Belly to thigh, fingertips can be on the ground, and your gaze is towards the ground. Grab a hold of your elbows and start to rock from left to right with the knees bent, and then start to straighten. Pause in the center. Allow your hands to drop down to the mat and roll yourself up to standing, one vertebrae at a time. Head is the last thing to come up. We're in Tadasana mountain pose. Front view. The feet are hip distance apart. And you're pressing firmly into the ground and lengthening through the spine. Opening across your shoulders, and palms are facing forward. So we're here in Tadasana at the front of the mat. Both hands go up towards the sky. Grab a hold of your left hand with your right hand, or your left wrist rather, with your right hand, and pull yourself, or pull the torso all the way to the right. You're keeping the core tight, but just gently stretching to the right. Coming back to center. Exhale, release both hands. Inhale, both hands go up to the sky. Ram out to your right wrist with your left hand and pull your torso towards the left, grounding through both of your feet, firming your thighs and your shins, firming your core, and just feeling a nice, gentle stretch in the left side of your body. Bringing it back to center. Exhale, both hands come down to the side. Inhale, arms reach up to the sky. Exhale, bend the knees, fingers come forward. Forward fold, Uttanasana. Try to straighten the legs and bend where necessary. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend. Try to straighten both of the legs and keep your spine, your back, as flat as possible. Suck your belly in, gaze forward, halfway lift. Feel the lengthening from your spine, from the tailbone all the way to the crown of your head. Sucking the belly in, grounding through both of the feet and pressing the thighs back. Plant both hands on the outside of your feet as you bend your knees to lower down. Step your right foot back, then your left. Both knees go down. Shift your weight forward. Chest, belly, and thighs go down. Press into both of the palms. Press into the tops of your feet and lift your chest slightly for a cobra. Inhale through your nose. And exhale out of the nose. Back into tabletop position. Sink your hips back to your heels. Inhale. And exhale. Coming back towards the center of the mat. We're going to end the class with more breathing and maybe a couple minutes of mindful meditation. So from here, again, you can sit upright or you can lie down and take what's known as Shavasana. So I'm going to demonstrate Shavasana for you who don't know. So it's basically like a starfish pose. Both of your legs are open, maybe as wide as the mat. Your hands are open as well with the palms facing up to the ceiling, and your legs are splayed out to the side. So I'm going to take the ending of this session seated upright. But if you would like to be more comfortable, you can take Shavasana, your corpse pose. So as you're here, become aware of everything that is happening, everything that is around you. So for me, perhaps that's the sound of cars passing outside, perhaps sounds coming from inside my home, the sounds of birds chirping, even the feeling of the sun shining in my face. There's so many things that are happening around me that I should be aware of, and I'm taking this moment to now become aware of them. And as I become aware of these things, and I start to take deliberate note of them, once I start to draw my senses inwards, then these things shouldn't distract me because I've already acknowledged them. So once you've acknowledged them, you can close your eyes and start turning your attention inside yourself. And as you start to draw the attention inside yourself, become aware of what's happening with you physically, emotionally, slow down the beating of your own heart. How do we do this? We do this by slowing down our breathing. How do we slow down our breathing? By paying attention to the breathing and pacing that breath. So inhaling for one breath and exhaling out of the nose for another. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, focus on the crown of your head. And as you exhale, focus on the soles of your feet. Inhale, head. Exhale, 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 feet. Inhale, head. And exhale, feet. Return to your regular pattern of breathing. And as you do so, start to focus on what you'd like to see happen in this phase. So though this is a fearful time, a time of panic, let us try to seek some clarity here by having a few moments of silence. And by having a few moments of silence, this is generally the time when the answer comes. So, all of the questions that you're seeking answers to, you can ask yourself now, and please do not get upset if the answers do not come quickly. But at least by slowing down your thoughts, you've allowed yourself to come to terms with what it is that you're thinking. And once you can come to terms with what it is that you're thinking, you can then provide an answer for yourself. So as you return to your regular breathing, just allow your body to totally and completely relax. Pay attention to everything that's happening from the crown of your head to the soles of your feet. And start to feel ease and peace. If you're lying down, you can rub the pads of your fingers together, start to wiggle your toes, and draw both of your knees towards your chest. As you draw both of your knees towards your chest, start to rock. from left to right. If you're seated, you can rock from left to right here, keeping the spine nice and tall. But if you're lying down, rock from left to right. Now start rocking back and forth and using your knees. You can roll up to a seated position, and if you're already seated, you can remain where you are. And inhale, bring the arms all the way up and overhead. Exhale, bring the hands to the center of the heart. Namaste. Thank you for sharing this practice with me, Alice Kelly Yoga, where balance is key and balance is me. I hope that this was a great introduction to yoga if this was the first time that you've done it. If it's not the first time that you've done it, I hope that it was helpful to you. I've been promising to drop some meaningful content for a while, and this is my first contribution to that project and that cause. So, thank you once again. Namaste.